Hey guys, Spidey09 here. I hope you're having a marvelous day. Today, I want to talk to you about Upper Deck, how I received a damaged Green PMG Magneto out of my latest X-Men Metal box, and how I sent it to Upper Deck, and what they replaced that card with up next. Hey guys, Spidey09 here. I hope you're having a marvelous day. Today I want to talk to you about Upper Deck. Upper Deck put out these X-Men Metal cards, and I opened up a bunch of those boxes, and in my last box I was fortunate enough to pull a Green Magneto PMG, and unfortunately that card was slightly damaged. Right here, damaged. And I want to talk to you about how I sent that card off to Upper Deck, and 14 weeks later, what card or cards they give me to replace my Green Magneto PMG. Up next. Back earlier in the year, sometime I think around May, Upper Deck finally released their 2021 X-Men Metal Universe. And I was very excited about these cards and opened up quite a few boxes, a lot of them here on the channel. And in my last and 19th box, in my third to last pack, I finally pulled a Green PMG. Not just any Green PMG, the Magneto Green PMG. Super excited about this card, and it was everything I wanted. I mean, it was Magneto. There was only a few characters even above him that I would have wanted, which is Wolverine, maybe Deadpool, just because of the value that card carries. But Magneto was right there at the top for me. And I love this card, and in sheer excitement about receiving the card, I didn't even notice that it actually had a blemish. It wasn't until about a week later, after I was just, going back through my cards just to enjoy them again and really taking a hard look at this Green Magneto PMG, that I realized in the top left area there was a dip, an indention, a dimple. Like something maybe had fell on top of it, but it turns out it was damaged out of the pack. So I reached out to Upper Deck and their quality control, and they said, hey look, send us photos of your card and let us see the damage, and we'll get back with you. So I did. I took high resolution scans, photos of the card, put it in an email, sent it to Upper Deck. And Upper Deck in response said, hey look, we believe that the card is damaged, and it looks like it was damaged before you opened the pack. So feel free to send it back to us, but know that your replacement cards will not be delivered back to you for 14 weeks. And we can't guarantee what cards you're going to receive, but if you would like, let us know 4 to 6 of the characters or some number like that. I'll show you the email here. But tell us some of the characters that you would like to have in the potential replacement, because we can't replace your card for card, which is obvious. My Magneto was numbered to 10. There's only 10 in existence, period. So the idea that I would get replaced with another Green Magneto PMG is not possible, and if it did, it would cause a lot of suspicion. So I talked to some friends about this, some people that I care a lot about in this hobby that have been around a lot longer than I have, and some of them said, hey, not a good idea. I wouldn't do it, was their exact words, because you're likely not going to get equal value in return. You might get 4 or 5 cards that might equal up to the value. And what was that value? Well, I assessed the value of the Green Magneto PMG at the time of pulling it out of the pack around $900 to $1,200. Graded, maybe more. Over time, a lot more, but currently $900 to $1,200. Primarily because initially the X-Men Metal PMGs were not being well received as I'd hoped. Well, took the card, packaged it up, sent it to Upper Deck according to the kind of guidelines that they gave me. And I literally set a date 14 weeks to the day on my phone calendar, waiting for them to respond. So 14 weeks later, I haven't really heard hardly anything out of Upper Deck about my card. I reached out to them and said, hey, it's been 14 weeks, just wanted to check in. And they said, look, this Friday, this was on a Monday, this Friday, you will receive tracking information that will have your replacement card. Okay? So that went from Monday to Thursday. Thursday, I'm on my way out the door to go see the new Venom movie, and I recognize that I have a package. And so I, like most Marvel collectors, you get packages. And you're like, hey, I got some mail coming, and it's probably more Marvel cards. And so at that point in time, I opened it up, and it was an envelope that had another envelope inside. So I ripped that FedEx envelope up, reached out and pulled out another envelope. This is what it looked like. And as I ripped into this envelope, a card fell out. And it was in a plastic case, and it actually had Upper Deck at the top of it. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, this is my replacement cards for my Green Magneto PMG. Oh my goodness. So I put the card back in the envelope and felt that there was 2 cards. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have sent the card in. I would have kept it because it was perfect other than that. And I think maybe PSA would have probably considered that that was a factory, issue on every card, and maybe not hit me for it. But look, we're just going to go ahead here. And we've got some other people that have joined us. Mr. Prism, Card Collector's Choice, and then Vex Toys. So what we have here is a few cards. Now, they sent a little notice with it, a letter here. I'm not going to read that. I'm so nervous, guys, so forgive me. I'm going to reveal these cards. I'm going to do the first one. Feels like there's 2 cards. One's wrapped up in the envelope and one isn't. So let's look at this one first. So let's see what that is. Okay. All right. So we have a printing plate, Marvel Premiere printing plate. Who is this? This is of Gambit. Okay, this is Gambit on a Sentinel head. Gambit on a Sentinel head printing plate. That's actually pretty cool. 1 of 1 Marvel Premiere printing plate. So that's one of the replacement cards for the Green PMG. Now, just so you're aware, what they're trying to do is replace the value of the card. And there have been multiple sales of Green PMGs. I don't know if there have been multiple sales of the Magneto Green PMG. And I'm not a Marvel Premiere guy. At least I haven't had a chance to collect many of those. But that is a nice printing plate. It really is. And it's the magenta. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know what? This card is really special. This is from a 2014 Premiere. Now, Premiere has not released in 2021, so many collectors are still unfamiliar with Premiere. We're familiar with Marvel Masterpiece, which was released this year. We're familiar with metal cards, which were released this year. And of course, because of PMGs, we're familiar with those sets. And because we probably collected in the 90s, we're familiar with those. But Marvel Premiere is still a little bit of an unknown to those who have just started collecting in the community. And I'll count myself as one of those. But I understand who Anthony Tan is. And that is the artist here for this Gambit. And I understand printing plates. Printing plates come in 4s. You have magenta, which is red. You have yellow, which is yellow. You have cyan, which is blue. Then you have black, which you guessed it, is black. And even though there's a 1 of 1, so this is the 1 of 1 magenta, there's actually 3 others. But to collectors, they really like to collect these because in a way they can create sets. And Marvel cards, if they're anything, they're set collectors. So I knew this was a special card because it's great art of a great character by a great artist in a great set. I was like, okay, immediately my brain said, that's a $500 card. Easily a $500 card. Well, there was still one more card to be revealed. I was like, oh, I don't have time to create a YouTube video, but I gotta get this on video before I leave to go to the movies. So I jumped on Instagram, created a live video, and revealed these cards to Instagram and to myself at the same time. And the first card I pulled out was this. This is a printing plate 1 of 1 Gambit and Sentinel. Look at that. And I was nervous. So I'm going to roll the clip right here for you to watch me reveal the next card. I'm going to try to reveal it all at once. OMG! Look at that, guys. They sent me a Gambit printing plate and a Gambit Green PMG from the 2015 Metal Blasters. That is super sick. That is super amazing. That is mind-blowing. That goes way beyond my expectations. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, look at that. So wow, can you believe it? A Green Gambit PMG. Such a special card. Most of you understand why this is special. Because it is numbered out of 10, right? Special because there's few of them. Special because it is a PMG. Special because it is the rookie Gambit PMG. And if you're like me, you're like, why did Upper Deck give him that? And how do they have it to give to him? Okay, so I'm going to try to break this down for you. You know, it's going to be interesting. So the first thing we have to notice is that Upper Deck told me they could not guarantee me cards that were going to be as good as the Green Magneto PMG. So there was a ton of risk on my part, as my friends who advised me not to send the card. But I did anyways. So I send the card, and what did Upper Deck want to do? Well, as you can see by this letter, pause it if you want to read it. It says that they're going to replace stamped cards with stamped cards. And my friends, that's a stamped card because it's got stamped 6 of 10 Green Magneto PMG. Well, they replaced it with a 6 of 10 Gambit PMG. Okay? Well, so you can kind of see how they may view that as card for card. What we can't understand, or what I don't understand, and I'm sure many of you don't understand, is why the 1 of 1 plate. Well, I'm going to speculate here. So I'm speculating that they have a high opinion of their own newer modern cards, that Upper Deck views the X-Men Metal cards as a superior set, potentially, and they understand that Magneto is a top 3, number 1 villain in the X-Men world. And in my list of 4 to 6 characters, I included Gambit, okay? So that's certainly a character that I wanted in replace of Magneto if I could not get another Green Magneto PMG. So that was a 1 for 1. But why the printing plate? I think it's because of the character difference. I think they viewed the character of Magneto as superior to Gambit, and that's why they did it. But maybe Upper Deck is not paying attention to the current sales of PMGs, because the X-Men Metal sales are down right now, and the 2015 Flare Ultra set that the Gambit set came from, those sales are up big time. The Green Gambit PMG just sold on October the 7th of 2021 for $4,500 and some change. Check it out. So they obviously don't understand the evaluation of what the Gambit card would sell for. Now, there hadn't been sales of Gambit, the Gambit Green PMG. I haven't seen any in a long time. Well, really ever, to be honest with you. But I had seen other 2015 PMGs sell. I saw the Phoenix, which I think is on par with the Gambit in terms of a character and desirability. It sold for $4,000 some odd dollars. So I had a great sense when I pulled this card. It was about a $4,000 card. And I've already told you that the printing plate is likely a $500 card. So we're talking about $4,500 worth of value of cards that I got in exchange for the Green Magneto, which is valued around, I think, $900 to $1,200. Maybe more in the future, but that's where I have it right now. So, with all that being said, Upper Deck did do service by me by giving me a stamp card for stamp card. They went above and beyond with a printing plate, and I was very fortunate to get a better, more valuable Green PMG in exchange. So, how did Upper Deck have these cards? Why did they have them? And why are they giving them out as replacement? So, there was a post made on Facebook, and one of the employees at Upper Deck felt inclined to speak into it, to kind of give some direction to where the conversation was headed, which was not really good. in terms of why Upper Deck would be holding these cards. Because imagine if you were trying to collect the 4 plates to make a set, and Upper Deck has been holding this since 2014. How would you feel as a collector? Well, you would feel a little bit misled maybe. So here's why Upper Deck has the cards. When the product is produced, it's boxed, it's sealed, it's packed, whatever you want to call it, and it's sent out to the distributors. Upper Deck buys these boxes just like a consumer. And they buy quite a bit of it, and they do it to test the quality. It is the best way to randomize which boxes they're going to open so that the makers and printers and packers, whoever they are that create these boxes on Upper Deck's behalf, doesn't send them the boxes that they want to see, but Upper Deck can do a true quality control assessment. And so when they're opening up these boxes, they're ripping packs just like you and I would after the product's release. And they will hit some big cards based on the number of boxes that they're opening and just getting lucky. Well, once they open the pack, they can't put these cards back into a pack and re-put it out. That would not be healthy. That would not be right. So they hold these cards for customer service. And they keep them until it's time to let them go. So a couple of things happened here, I think, in my favor. Number one, they had a high opinion of the Magneto, high opinion of the X-Men metal set. Number two, they wanted to do stamp card for stamp card, out of 10 for out of 10, Green PMG. Number three, I think it was really good timing and serendipitous fortune, you might call it Spidey Juju, for me to get this card, because if I had to guess, they probably don't have a lot of Green PMGs left to give out due to customer care concerns because of the amount of X-Men metal cards that have been turned in due to damage out of the pack. And there's a good chance that they were reaching for the last one that they had, or one of the last ones that they had, in replacement for my card. And I was very fortunate to get a very good Green PMG. So that's my assessment of why Upper Deck gave me the cards they did. I am blessed and fortunate and thankful and happy and all of those things. And I know there's been some conversation, some people who, have looked sideways on the fact that Upper Deck gave me these cards. But I believe they were just trying to do right by me as a customer. And I think they would have done the same thing for you guys. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm actually going to go open some mail, see what new cards that I have, keep collecting and enjoying this hobby. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Continue to see this hobby and this channel grow. Also, I'm still doing the giveaway for the HasLab Sentinel once we reach 3,000 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber and you want a chance to win that HasLab Sentinel, remember to subscribe. And I hope you all have a marvelous day. All right, so if you've hung around this long, you're going to get to see me open up some mail. So let's see what we have here. This is always fun. Package. Let's see if we can pull this straight out. Boom, that's nice. Here we have, this is a Loki card. And let's get this open out of the pack. Show it to you. So Loki, this is a Premier card. After, just being real, after getting the Premier printing plate, I wanted some Premier cards, and these are numbered here. There we go. Out of 25. Numbered out of 25. That's a low number. 21 of 25. Got this pretty cheap. Very happy to have it. Loki's a great character. He's not my favorite character, but he's a great character. There we go. Always nice to see painter's tape when people are shipping your cards. Ooh, this was a special one. We're going to set this one to the side until the end. That's a special card. 2 packages. Oh, this is from my buddy Richard. Richard, thank you. This is the War Machine card that I need to help me finish the Series 3 Marvel Legends set. And if you can tell, I'm a Marvel Legends fan. And they have Marvel Legends cards. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Very happy to have that. Thank you, Richard, if you're watching. This is mine. Oh, Hulk. Doesn't want to damage the card. That's right. Okay. Looks like I got an extra couple of cards in here, so that's fun. That's really fun. Let's show the extra cards first. A Dakin. Again, a Premier card. Daredevil. Oh. Daredevil, Premier card. And She-Hulk. She-Hulk, numbered to 25. So that's a cool card, isn't it? Love it. Very happy to have it. Again, premiered, number cards. You gotta love number cards. Number cards are special. Now, the next card I'm about to show you is special in my opinion. But I don't hear much about these. So this is another numbered card. So it lets us know how many are out there. Now, I'm going to show you this card. I'm going to tell you a couple of different things about it, okay? So let me show you. This is Psylocke here. It's purple, okay? It's a parallel. See how that has green? Well, it's not the same year, but it's still Premier. How it's got green around it. That one has purple around it. That one has green. So this is numbered, and Psylocke is a big character. She's not as big outside of Marvel cards, but inside of the hobby of collecting Marvel cards, she has a really special place. One of the best and most popular sets is the 1996 Marvel Masterpiece. She is by far the most expensive base card in that set. And a lot of times it has to do with the artwork. So first of all, artwork has to be good, and this is good artwork. Not great, but good artwork. But here's what makes this really special. This card is numbered to 10. Just like the Green Magneto and the Green Gambit we just talked about. This card is numbered to 10. So yeah, this card is numbered to 10. So it's really special. It's only 10 of them. Special character. Very desirable set being Premier. Premier will be coming out soon. Maybe not in 2021, but soon. And when it does, people who are unable to get their hand on Premier cards or see that the prices are skyrocketing, these cards will be going up in value, in my opinion. So if you're trying to buy something now that you want to be able to flip later for other cards, don't sleep on the Premier numbered cards. So that is today's mail call. It's been a lot of fun. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for following along, and I hope you all have a marvelous day.